Welcome back to our next installment of the PhoneBurner Don't Be Complicated training series. Once again, my name is Jeff Osnes. I am your presenter, your host, and if you have any questions, need to reach me for any reason, you can send me an email, jeff@phoneburner.com. And without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. Today we're going to talk about importing contacts into PhoneBurner. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, let's get a comprehensive look at how to import contacts into your PhoneBurner account. Right now, you're looking at the home page of PhoneBurner. This page may look different depending on how you signed up for PhoneBurner, but roughly the same. To import, you can go to the Contacts tab and then click on the Import Contacts link that you'll see over on the left-hand side. Here, this will take you to the Import Leads page, and there's basically three major steps to the import process, and this is the first step. PhoneBurner has a few questions for you, a few things that you need to do here. The first one is a descriptive tag. This is optional. You don't have to do this. I recommend that you do this because what this will do is it'll help you kind of keep track of and filter through and find your contacts as you add more and more contacts to your system. So let's say we bought our leads from Billy Bob's Lead Shack, so BBLS, Billy Bob's Lead Shack, and we got them on 12/15/2011. And so we're going to go ahead and import our file. So we got to browse to go find the file that we want to import. Once we've got the file that we're ready to import, we just click on it and then hit open. Next question PhoneBurner has for us is what contact manager category we want to put them in. Most of the time leads will do, or everybody, depending on how you signed up for PhoneBurner, will determine exactly what will be in this list by default. But I created a custom category called Import Test, and so we're going to click on that, and then under Terms and Conditions we're going to check that little box, and we're going to hit the Next button. Okay, so here we have the second page, or second step of the import process. This is the most important step because this is the page where you choose what to import from each contact record in the document you're importing. And so what we're looking at here, you'll see that the PhoneBurner says there's 726 contacts to be imported from the file that I just tried to import. And it's got this left-hand column. This left-hand column is not generated, created, or developed. It does not come from PhoneBurner. It actually comes from the document that we're trying to import. In this case, so you see it says contact type, private, contact, phone, home phone, mobile phone. PhoneBurner doesn't know what any of that data is. So what we need to do, if you're not sure what any of that is or what you want done with that, you can always go back to your Excel document, your CSV file, and here you'll see I've just popped up the file here, and you can see contact type. That's our first column, which does in fact match our first item in the PhoneBurner import process. So we need to decide contact type. Is that something that we want to import? So let's look at contact. Yeah, it's kind of useless information. So I'm going to choose, or I'm going to leave that as don't import. Private. I'm going to leave that as don't import. Don't need it. Contact. What is contact? Let's go look at the document. So the third item, contact, appears to be the contact's name. Looks like a lot of times it's in this particular file. Remember, your file will be different as every time you import data, it depends on where you get it, how it's all going to be laid out. So contact, I'm not sure. I do see that we have another column over here that is first name and last name. I think we might want to use that rather than the contact field. So let's go back to PhoneBurner. We're going to leave contact as don't import. Phone, that is definitely something we want to import. So we're going to tell PhoneBurner that phone represents phone number. We can go back to the Excel document just to verify that. Phone does in fact represent phone numbers. So we're good there. Let's go back to PhoneBurner, and you'll see we have home phone. PhoneBurner does allow you to import contacts with multiple phone numbers. So we choose phone 2. Mobile phone, we'll do that in phone 3. Other mobile, we'll do that in phone 4. Address, we can import that into address 1. City, we can import that into the city field. Zip code, tell PhoneBurner that's a zip code. Email address goes into email. Second email, we don't have a secondary email option. PhoneBurner can't actually send an email to a secondary email option. But if we wanted to have a secondary email, just to keep it with the record so that we can double check it with the contact as we're calling them, we can create a custom field. Name the custom field. I'm just going to copy this over because that's a decent header. So we'll name this custom field second email. And then PhoneBurner will create a field inside PhoneBurner named second email and put whatever data is in there. And we can go back to our document here, and you'll see our second email, and you'll see there are some contacts that do have 2 email addresses, so we'll go ahead and import that in. So we've got second email, create data, we're going to leave that alone. We do want to import first name as well as last name. So basically we're just mapping everything out. We're saying, okay, this piece goes here. This piece goes here. Imagine you got a big pile of money sitting in your living room, and you're talking to a 2-year-old, and you're saying, okay, 2-year-old, I want you to separate this pile of money into $10 bills, $1 bills, $5, hundreds. You got to imagine a 2-year-old probably doesn't know the difference between a 1, 5, 10, 20, 50, or 100. It just doesn't know. But you can tell it. You can say, okay, Miss, my little 2-year-old here. This is a $5 bill. This is a $1 bill. This is a $10 bill. And then the 2-year-old can go through that pile and sort through and sift all that out and make sure everything gets put where it needs to be. You got to treat PhoneBurner like a 2-year-old. You're telling it, you're taking the data from the left-hand side, which is your data, and you're telling PhoneBurner where to put it inside PhoneBurner. I hope that helps you out. If not, I'm sorry. So we got a couple more questions that PhoneBurner has before we import our data. Please check the box to the right if the information you see above, and it's referring to this information on the left-hand column, is an actual contact. Leave this box unchecked if the first row is column header. So this data here is not actual contact data. It represents actual contact data, but it is not actual contact data. See, if it was contact data, this would say John rather than first name, and this would say Smith rather than last name. So these are column headers, so we're going to leave this box unchecked. Had we seen John Smith here and actual contact information, we would check that to tell PhoneBurner to actually import that as a new contact. How do you want to handle duplicates? Most of the time you're probably going to want to just leave this as don't import duplicates, but there are some cases where you may want to actually import duplicates as new contacts. Maybe you're running a specific advertisement, and some people who are in your system before may run across this ad, but you still want these people in because they're coming through a specific ad, and you want to be able to handle them through that specific ad. That may be a scenario that you'd want to import duplicates as new contacts so that you can keep those contacts in that group. And then the last question PhoneBurner has for you is if you plan on importing files that are similar in layout, like in this case I bought my imaginary lead vendor, Billy Bob's Lead Shack. Let's say I plan on buying leads from Billy Bob's Lead Shack on a weekly or monthly basis. So I could name this. I could just type in a Billy Bob's Lead Shack, and I like to use dates all the time because just in case something changes, I know when my last template was created. So anyway, we go ahead and name this, and what that'll do is it'll save everything we've done everything from above this point. So it'll remember if we are doing duplicates or no duplicates, if this box is checked or unchecked. It'll remember how we mapped all of this out so we don't have to remember it. And you'll see here's some test templates that I've got in here. If we were coming in to import a second batch of leads from the same vendor, we could then choose our template. And once we chose our template, it would just fill in all these blanks, and we could just double check it just to kind of look over it, make sure everything does match up. And if it did, we could just hit the import your leads, and we'll move on to the next page. And here you can see the document is being processed. Total leads imported 103. And you'll see that some contacts are being skipped because the phone number wasn't found. You'll see that this one wasn't imported because this phone number is a duplicate, meaning it's in my system somewhere, or it's in that file in multiple places. And so anyway, it's running through the data. And we can check against all these that are being skipped by looking at our file here. And you'll see some of these contacts don't in fact have phone numbers, so there'd be no point in having them in PhoneBurner. Okay, so you can see that the document has completed its import process. We've got all these, there's quite a few that were skipped, phone numbers not found, a few duplicates in there. The system looks for duplicates based off of phone number, as you can see, as well as email address, because two people can't have the same email address unless they know each other very well. So those are two things that are very common to be able to mark somebody as a duplicate. Obviously we don't mark John Smiths as duplicates because there's a lot of John Smiths out there, so we don't look for duplicate names, just phone numbers and emails. So now that we've got these contacts imported, we're ready to start rocking and rolling. There's just a couple things I want to point out based off of what we did through the import process. I want to show you what that did in the contact manager. So we're going to click on continue to the contact manager. And you'll see over on the left hand side under saved searches, you'll see our new saved search, BBLS 121511. That was the descriptive tag. If you remember at the beginning of our tutorial here, the descriptive tag that we used for this particular file is BBLS 121511. You'll notice I got a lot of contacts in this account, but if I go to BBLS 121511, the only contacts that I'll see are those contacts with that specific tag. Now I also imported these contacts into the import test category. So I have two layers of separation for these contacts from any other contacts. They're in the import test category, and they have their own saved search. So if I were to import another batch of leads into the import test category but with a different descriptive tag, I would have two saved searches separating them out, but they would all be in the one category. Anyway, I hope that helps you out as you go through and import your data into the system. So let's jump back into our PowerPoint here and let's close out this training. So real quickly, I just want to go over our PhoneBurner pricing again. I like to do this at the end of all of the little tutorials that I do. We've got two account levels. PhoneBurner 7.5 hour is $67.50 a month. It gives you 450 minutes that do roll over. So if you don't use all those minutes, they will roll over to the next month. It does come with email and phone support. So the 7.5 hour plan is for that person that's only going to do a couple hours of dialing a week, not really looking to do a lot of dialing. Now PhoneBurner Unlimited is for that individual that's going to be dialing daily. You may be doing an hour, 2 hours, 8 hours a day. So it's $149 a month. You can use it all day long, and of course you've got email and phone support. Anyway, make sure you get your PhoneBurner account today if you don't have one. Once again, my name is Jeff. And if you don't have a PhoneBurner account, please go to PhoneBurner.biz and create your new account. That is an affiliate link, so I will get credit for you signing up through my link. You will also be provided with an affiliate link if you sign up through PhoneBurner.biz so that you can promote PhoneBurner yourself and make a commission. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful for you, and make sure you watch our other videos. So have a good day.